Oh, my. Leading us out is going to be Josh McGill. Guy Scotty now. Amon Hooper and Scotty going at it. So McGill rocking the white and red. Number 14 through 1 and 2. Down the front side straightaway coming into 3 and 4. By the start finish line, kicking it sideways. In that 2 is going to be Hooper. Lucas into 3. Taking the top 2 into that A main event. Right now, McGill and Hooper. Here comes Scotty. Scotty challenging out Hooper now. Scotty to the inside, so he's going to pick up that final transfer spot. Race number 2, Street Stock, 21.5 B main. That is Myers, Hooper, and Olmsted. You guys will be up next. So I got Hooper going to be going back to back. Your leader going to be getting it off reservation. Remember, I don't validate parking tickets. McGill getting it wrong. Hooper in the 2, Scotty in the 3. So first, second, and third coming down the back straightaway. McGill still leading out. Hooper in the 2, Scotty in the 3. So first and second coming off 3 and 4 into 1 and 2. 1,400 down by the number 9. They're halfway home, 19 laps in, 20 laps in with 20 laps to go. Watch down the back straightaway, watch down the back straightaway. Watch that 3 and 4. That was Scotty getting it wrong. Now Hooper going to take over top spot. McGill going to drop it to the 2. Scotty going to be in the 3. And looks like Scotty has something go wrong with the steering. So he is down for the count, unfortunately. So that's going to leave Hooper and McGill. Hooper right now rocking the orange and black, number 9, coming into 3 and 4. McGill rolling with the white and red. That'll be your top 2 front runners. I'll need these 4 drivers to help me out with corner marshaling for race number 2. That is my Street Stock 21.5 B main. Hooper and McGill. They are 30 laps into their 40-lap feature for your B main. Race number 2. Street Stock 21.5 B main. You are going to be up next. That'll be Myers, Hooper, and Olmsted. I will need 1 volunteer marshal. If I could get 1 volunteer marshal to help me out with the next race, I'd appreciate it. As I have Mr. Hooper going back to back. I'll need a little bit of marshaling help in the early runnings. Will be appreciated. So Hooper on top, McGill in the 2, Lucas in the 3. Hooper right now working down the back straightaway. Fast lap out of Hooper, 5.7, 5.5 out of McGill. So McGill got the moxie. Just got to keep it rubber side down. Starting to wind this one down. Keep them rolling, drivers. Keep them rolling. Hooper and McGill trying to punch their dance card into that A main. You guys are finding your way into that A main. You guys are both done. That'll be race number 4 for you guys. And that is a race. I'll stop. Marshall going to grab those blowers. Start blowing off your areas. Hooper and McGill. You guys are going to run your A main, I assume? Hooper and McGill. Are you running the A main? Give me a thumbs up. Yes. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Race number 2. 21.5 Street Stock coming up at you next. That is going to be Joe Myers, Amon Hooper, and Ron Olmsted. You guys are coming up next. Drivers from race number 1, turn them off, put them down. I need you guys back on the track, please. And I will need 1 volunteer marshal to help me out. 1 volunteer marshal to help me out race number 2. Thank you, Mr. Adkins. Appreciate that. All right. Race number 2. Street Stock 21.5 B main. Thank you, Mr. Scotty. Roll them out. Check them in. This is Joe Myers, Amon Hooper, and Ron Olmsted. You guys are up next.
Ron Olmsted.
Mr. Myers. This is your race. Mr. Myers, this is your race. And Mr. Hooper got you going on. Fantastic.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Watch coming out of 1 and 2. All right, your call-out order will be Mr.
45
Myers,
seconds to the start of the race.
Hooper in the 2, Olmsted in the 3.
.30 seconds to the start of the race. Joe Myers.
21-5. Top 2 going to find their way into that A main.
Iman Hooper.
Myers going to be your front car. Hooper in the 2.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
So everybody line up behind the white and blue off the back straightaway. Let's get our cars lined up, gentlemen. Cars lined up.
Less than 5.
All right, let's go and roll them around high and tight. Top 2 going to find their way into that A main. And we're locked and loaded with our 21-5 Street Stock B main event. Joe Myers going to be leading out, already putting about a half straightaway lead on Hooper. Hooper, fresh. Marshall in the center, please. Hooper going to drop it to the top 2. Myers going to be leading out. Hooper going to have to do a little work. Find his way back up into that top 2. So Olmsted into the 2. Remember, top 2 going to find their way into that 21-5 Street Stock A main. That'll be race number 6. So right now it is Joe Myers leading out. Ron Olmsted in that 2. Myers rolling with the white and blue. Number 83. Give you guys a different camera angle out there in live RC land. Coming at you. It is Myers, Olmsted, and Hooper. Marshall in the center, please. Marshall in the center. Thank you, Mr. Adkins. Olmsted getting it wrong. Hooper now going to challenge out for that top 2. I'll give you guys a fish angle right now. Joe Myers leading out off 1 and 2. Slicing and dicing like a surgeon through a spleen. Marshall in the center, please. And Marshalls, let's keep an eye on our areas, please. Hooper and Olmsted going at it off 1 and 2. That'll be your final battle for transfer into that A main. Olmsted looking to the inside on Hooper. Sticks the landing like Mary Lou right off the pole vault. Joe Myers leading out. Iman Hooper in that 2. Race number 3. Mud Boss A main. Mud Boss A main. You guys are going to be up next. I'll need these 3 drivers. And if I could get 1 volunteer marshal, I'd appreciate it. Joe Myers leading out. Iman Hooper in that 2 spot. Here in your 40-lap dance. Sounds so wrong when I say that. I'll just go into 40-lap feature. We haven't transferred quite from our PG-13 going into our NC-17 quite just yet. That happens after 10 o'clock. So Joe Myers leading out, rocking the white and blue with the orange wing. Down the back straightaway he goes. Number 83 leading out. Fast lap out of Myers, 5.028. Iman Hooper, 5.4. Rocking the orange and black. Number 9. Down the back straightaway he goes. Race number 3. Mud Boss A main coming up at you next. Mud Boss A main coming up at you next. Watch it in the center, guys. It is clear. Joe Myers going to be leading out. Myers, large and in charge. Wants to find his way into that A main. Off the end of 3 and 4. Iman Hooper in that 2 spot. Watch coming out of 3 and 4. Watch coming out of 3 and 4. It is clear. Mud Boss A main event coming up at you next. Mud Boss A main coming up at you next. Starting to wind this one down. Keep them rolling, drivers. Myers going to be leading out. 40 and a 3:38, working in the works. Got it going on. Starting to finish this one out. Everyone will be done when you cross our finish line. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshall's going to grab those blowers. taking the win, Joe Myers and
The race is
Iman
complete.
Hooper. You guys are finding your way into that A main. I assume you gentlemen are going to run the A main, correct? Mr. Myers and Hooper, you're going to run the A main, correct? Thank you very much. Appreciate that, guys. All right, race number 3. Mud Boss. A main. Coming at you next, drivers from race number 2. Turn them off, put them down. And I will need 1 volunteer marshal, please. 1 volunteer marshal, please. 1 volunteer marshal. Drivers from race number 2. Turn them off, put them down. Marshals to your spots, please. Roll them out. Check them in. Marshals from race number 2. Turn them off. I need you guys on the track,
Sean
please.
Rogers. Larry Westcott. Steve Bella.
Thank you, Mr. Scotty, for helping me out. I do appreciate that. It's going to be Phillips, Westcott, Bella, and Rogers. That's going to be your call-out order. Phillips, Westcott, Bella, and Rogers. Marshals to your spots, please. All right, as soon as we get Ron over in the corner number 4, slowly roll them around, gentlemen. Slowly roll them around. We'll let you guys get one more lap by, and then you guys will be going live, so keep it high and tight. Mud Boss A-main event coming at you. Sound of the tone. Locked and loaded. Mud Boss A-main 40-lap feature coming at you. Phillips going to be leading us out. Westcott in the 2, Rogers in the 3. Now Bella and Rogers going at it. Rogers to the inside on Bella. Race number 4. Bomber A-main event. You will be up next, Bomber A-main. You're going to be up next. Brian Phillips going to be leading us out. Westcott in the 2, Rogers in the 3. Bella going to be in the 4. Right now, Brian Phillips. Oh, Westcott getting it sideways. Gets into the side of Rogers. And who collects the benefit on that one? Bella, he goes wide. Now Westcott back to the inside. So Brian Phillips going to be rocking the clean air. Westcott in the 2. Rogers in the 3. Bella in the 4. Your leader on deck is going to be the all red with the checkerboards. Brian Phillips leading us out off the end of 3 and 4. In that 2 will be Larry Westcott rocking number 36. In the 3 is going to be the silver and blue number 11 of Sean Rogers. I will need 1 volunteer marshal after this, as I got Westcott going back to back. So I'll need 1 volunteer marshal. Brian Phillips going to be leading us out, rocking the red and silver and black checkerboard. In that 2, number 36 of Westcott, rocking the all white. Rogers with the silver and blue off the end of the short chute. Bella going to be in my top 4. Race number 3 on deck. Halfway home, Brian Phillips going to be leading us out. Fast lap out of Phillips, 5.1. 5.2 out of Westcott. Rogers with a 5.147. So Brian Phillips working his way through 3 and 4. By the start-finish line he goes. Front side straightaway, backside straightaway. Leading out in that 2 spot will be Larry Westcott, rolling with number 36. In that 3 will be the number 11, silver and blue of Rogers. Bella rolling with the blue and white, number 11. Oh boy, watch coming out of 1 and 2, watch coming out of 1 and 2, watch coming out of 1 and 2. It is clear, or is that a 77? I don't know, I have old eyes. But Bella rocking the really cool wrap. I do dig it. Phillips rocking in another zip code. Trying to put Westcott a lap down. Westcott in the 2. He's trying to put Rogers a lap down. Drivers, you got about 7 laps to go in your 40-lap feature. Race number 4, Bomber A-main. Bomber A-main, you're going to be coming up next. I will need 1 volunteer marshal to help me out with race number 4. 1 volunteer marshal. Help me out, race number 4. Phillips on top. Westcott in the 2. Rogers in the 3. Street Stock A will be number 6, sir. So Brian Phillips leading out. That is going to be time on the master. Brian Phillips going to be taking the win. Westcott and Rogers, you are both done. Bella, you are done. That is a race. All stop.
The race is
Marshall's
complete.
going to grab those blowers. Start blowing off your areas. And race number 4. Bomber A main event coming up at you next. Bomber A main, you are coming up next. Again, I will need one volunteer marshal to help me out with race number 4. One volunteer marshal to help me out with race number 4. Thank you, Mr. Myers. Appreciate that. This is your Bomber A main event. It's going to be Westcott, Anderson, Morissette, Myers, Hooper, and McGill making the bump in. Drivers from race number 3, I need you guys to turn them off, put them down, back out on the track. Corner marshal, please. And Mr. Scotty's going to help me out in corner number 1. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You're getting the marshaling karma of the day. Race number 4, you can roll them out, check them in, roll them out, check them in. This is your Bomber A main event.
Man on fire.
It's going to be
Larry
Westcott, Anderson, Morissette, Myers, Hooper, and McGill. That's going to be your call-out order.
Jeff Anderson. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, let's go and start slowing our cars down. Easy, Anton.
$45 seconds to the start of the race.
And Mr. Hooper.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
And Mr. Myers.
$15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. Iman Hooper.
As race number 4, our Bomber A main event. 60 lap feature coming at you. You kids know the gig. Let's keep it clean. Spin somebody out. Make sure you relinquish that spot back. It's going to be Westcott, Anderson, Morissette, Myers, Hooper, and McGill. So Westcott, Anderson, Morissette, Myers, Hooper, McGill. That'll be your 6-car rollout order. Let's go and roll them around, gentlemen. Roll them around. In and out, going to be leading us out. Anderson.
Josh McGill.
Morrison.
Joe Myers.
Marshals, I need you guys watching your area. Okie dokie. Let's line our cars, gentlemen. Line our cars. You all know the routine. Settle in line for me, Mr. Myers. Westcott, Anderson, Morissette, Myers. There we go. All right, we're off and running with your Bomber A main event. Westcott leading us out. Anderson in the 2. McGill trying to dance to the inside. Gets it into the side of Myers. Nicely done, gentlemen. Let's keep it clean. Westcott going to be leading us out early on. Rocking the all white in and out. In that 2 is going to be the black and green of Anderson. Morissette in the 3. Hooper in the 4. McGill and Myers going to be rounding out my top 6. Anderson trying to find a way onto the back door of Westcott. Off 3 and 4. Myers putting it upside down. Phillips right there to get him. Anderson in the 2. Morissette in the 3. Hooper in the 4. And something goes afoul with Myers' car. Looks like he lost a part. Phillips right there to get it. Didn't quite see what he lost. Looks like maybe a body clip. Yep. And looks like Mr. Phillips is getting you going there, Mr. Myers. So you are good to resume when he puts you back down. Larry Westcott leading out. Jeff Anderson in that 2. Westcott rocking through 1 and 2. Down the front side straightaway into 3 and 4. In that 2 spot is going to be Jeff Anderson. Rolling with the green and black. In the 3 will be Anton Morissette. Hooper in the 4. McGill in the 5. Watching center, guys. Watching center. McGill getting it wrong. And Myers back and running. That's what I like to see. Race number 5. Hobby Stock. SR10, A Main. You are going to be up next. Hobby Stock, SR10, A Main. You will be up next. Larry Westcott leading out. Anton Morissette in that 2. Excuse me, Anderson in the 2. Morissette in the 3. Anderson trying to put Morissette a lap down. Watch out the end of straightaway. It is clear. Nicely done, gentlemen. Way to work together. And McGill going to go to the wayside. A rough bit of luck for Josh. He was rocking in the top 5. So leader on deck going to be the white. In and out. Everybody feeling a little hungry? The in and out ride of Larry Westcott. In that 2 spot going to be Jeff Anderson. Rolling with the green and black. In that 3 spot, Anton Morissette. Rolling with the number 8. Red and silver, I believe. Watch coming off the back straightaway, coming on the front side straightaway. It is clear. That'll be 3rd worker there, Amon. Please hold your line. Larry Westcott leading out. Anderson in the 2. Westcott looking to put a lap on Anderson. Anderson giving it all he's got, Captain. Doesn't want Westcott to find a way inside. Watch it off 3 and 4, guys. Inside, inside, inside. Clear. Thank you, Mr. Bella. 3:30 in, 30. Oh, my goodness. Anderson and Westcott, they meet in the middle and not in the way you want to have meeting. Westcott on top. Anderson in the 2. Morissette in the 3. Larry Westcott leading out off 3 and 4. Anderson in the 2. Anton Morissette. Marshall on the front straightaway. Oh, Bella with the hot feet. That was pretty cool. Nicely done, Steve. Thank you very much, sir. Good hustle. Larry Westcott leading out. Jeff Anderson in that 2 spot. Morissette in the 3. Amon Hooper in the 4. Myers rounding out my top 5. Race number 5. Hobby Stock SR10 coming up at you next. Westcott with 10 laps to go in the books. Keeping it legal and legit. 5.070. Fast lap out of Westcott. Anderson with a 5.1. Morissette with a 5.2. Race number 5. Hobby Stock SR10. Watch back front side straightaway. Watch front side straightaway. Watch front side straightaway. Watch front side straightaway. It is clear. Westcott starting to finish it out. He's got 2 more laps to go. White flag lap coming in the books here for Westcott here soon enough. Watch down the back straightaway. It is clear. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Westcott starting to finish it out, and that will be a race. Everyone will be done when you cross start finish line. Westcott going to take the win, waiting on Anderson And Myers going to finish out last car. That is a race. I'll stop.
The race is completed.
Marshall's going to grab those blowers, taking the win. Larry Westcott, Jeff Anderson in the 2, Anton Morissette in the 3. Hooper in the 4. Myers going to round out my top 5. Race number 5, Hobby Stock SR10 coming at you next. Hobby Stock SR10 coming at you next. Drivers from race number 4, if I can get you guys back out on the track, I would appreciate it. Mr. Myers, you are excused from marshaling. Joe Myers, you are excused from marshaling. You can get your street stock ready to go. All right, race number 5. That's going to be McGill, Scotty, Keenan. You guys are going to be up in a minute 15. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Marshals to your spots. Let's go ahead and roll them around. Check them in, guys. Roll them around. Check them in. Marshals don't go back to the pits. You guys need to be out on the track corner marshaling.
Ed Scotty.
It's going to be McGill, Scotty,
McGill.
and Keenan. That's going to be my 3-car dance rollout.
1 minute to the start of the race.
So let's go and get our cars lined up accordingly. So it's McGill, Scotty, and Keenan. All right, roll them around, gentlemen. Roll them around. And we are off and restart. Keenan, buddy. Let's try that one more time, shall we? Roll them around, gentlemen. Settle it down. Long 50-minute main. All right, we're locked and loaded. Hobby Stock SR10. Hey, Jeff, you want to help me out marshaling for the next race? Or you got a marshal already out there? Keenan going to be leading us out. Josh in the 2, Ed in the 3. Top 3, so close you can put a blanket on it and call it a Snuggie race. Keenan going to be leading us out with the red and white. Scotty in the 2. Scotty giving chase with the Camaro. All orange, number 74. Keenan pushing it wide. Scotty to the inside. Josh in the 3. Race number 6, Street Stock 21.5. A-Main coming up at you next. Street Stock A-Main coming up at you next. Now Keenan and Scotty going at it. Keenan and Ed down the back straightaway they go. Ed looking high, looking low. Keenan shutting the door everywhere he goes. Street Stock SR10, A-Main event, off and running. Keenan gets it wrong, tries to go 2 inside. So now Ed Scotty going to take over that top spot. So Ed, Scotty on top. Keenan going to be in the 2. Josh in the 3. Oh, watch it down the back straightaway. Watch it down the back straightaway. Watch it down the back straightaway. Watch down the back straightaway. Keenan, ejectomatic on the battery. Rough bit of luck. Let's see if Larry can get it going. And looks like Keenan back and running to the hot hands of Westcott. Hobby Stock. A-Main event on deck. Race number 6. That is going to be my Street Stock 21.5. You will be up next. Street Stock 21.5. You will be up next. Watch coming out of 4. Watch coming out of 4. Watch coming out of 4. Oh, battery's out again, Kian. Go and pull that one off. Go and pull that one off. Rough bit of luck for Keenan. So Ed Scotty leading out, rocking the all orange and white Camaro, number 74. Down the back straightaway he goes. In that 2 is going to be Josh McGill. I will need these 3 drivers and 1 volunteer to help me out with race number 6. 1 volunteer to help me out race number 6 will be appreciated. That'll be my 21.5 Street Stock. Marshall out front, please. Marshall out front, Joe. Thank you, DJ. It is Ed Scotty leading out. Josh McGill in that 2 spot. Psych. Ed Scotty on top. Starting to finish this one out. Scotty. Fast lap out of Scotty. 5.3. 5.369 out of McGill. Scotty off the back straightaway through 1 and 2. It'll be his white flag lap, and that is going to be a race. All stop. Marshall going to grab those blowers.
The race is completed.
Marshall going to grab those blowers. Start blowing off your areas. Race number 6. Street Stock 21.5, A main event. Coming up at you next. Street Stock 21.5, A main. Coming up at you next. Again, I will need at least a volunteer. 1 volunteer to help me out with race number 6. 1 volunteer to help me out with race number 6, please. Thank you.
Mason Martinez.
Glad you had a good time. Hold your cars, guys.
Forrest
Hold your
Ramos.
cars. I got people walking across the track. Drivers race number 5. I need you guys back out on the track, please. Driver race 5, back out on the track. It's going to roll them out. Check them in. It's going to be Colin Buse, Mason Martinez, Keith Atkins, Sam Helma, Joe Myers, and Iman Hooper will be my 5 and 6. Marshals to your spots, please. Marshals to your spots. Watch it out front. Watch it out front. All right, I need 1 volunteer corner marshal on cone number 3 or corner number 3. 1 corner marshal on corner number 3, please.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Ron Olmstead, are you marshaling in corner number 1? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We'll give Mr. Myers and Mr. Hooper an extra second or so.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Race number 6 on deck. Race number 7. That'll be my late model A main. Late model A main. You will be up next.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Buse, Martinez, Adkins, Helma, Myers, and Hooper is going to be your call-out order in your A main event. Street Stock, 60 laps.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
And thank you to my volunteer marshals for hopping out there. Very much appreciate that.
Joe Myers. Iman Hooper.
All right, 6-car Street Stock 21.5 A main event. Let's go ahead and roll them around, gentlemen. Go ahead and roll them around. Let Mr. Hooper get up on the driver's stand. So again, call out order is going to be Buse, Martinez, Adkins, Helma, Myers, and Hooper. All right, let's go get our cars in line, gentlemen. Go get our cars in line. Slow them down, gentlemen. Slow them down. Slow them down. Let's get our 5 and 6 coming around. Let's get them gridded up, gentlemen. Let's get them gridded up. Nicely done. Nicely done. You kids are on the tone. We're locked and loaded. Race number 6, Street Stock. 60-lap feature coming at you. Your pole sitter and Martinez getting into it. Adkins trying to put his nose up in the mix as well. Watch coming out of corner 1 and 2. Watch coming out 1 and 2. Sam Helma going to be leading us out. Now Adkins. Watch it out front, gentlemen. Watch it out front. Watch it out front. Wow. Sam Helma leading out. Now Mason Martinez. Let's keep it clean, gentlemen. Martinez, Helma, Buse. Buse now making his way back up into the top 2. Setting his sights on Helma. Watch it down the back straightaway. Watch it down the back straightaway. Watch it down the back straightaway, guys. Watch it down the back straightaway. Back straightaway is clear. Thank you, Mr. McGill. Watch coming to the back straightaway. Sam Helma leading out, rocking the all blue. Number 41. Buse rocking the bronze. In the 2, about a half a straightaway back. In that 3 is going to be Adkins. Adkins trying to set his sights on Buse. Looking to the inside on 1 and 2. Makes the pass, sticks it, and wins it. Sam Helma going to be leading out off the end of the straightaway. Buse going off res. Race number 6 on deck. Race number 7. Late model A main coming up at you next. Late model A main coming up at you next. Watch coming out of 1 and 2. Watch coming out 1 and 2. It is clear. Sam Helma leading out, rocking the all blue Camaro, number 91, 41. Down the back straightaway he goes. In that 2 spot is going to be Adkins rolling with the blue and orange, number 38. Martinez in the 3. Buse in the 4. Myers in the 5. Leader right now going to be Helma. He's got Adkins knocking on the back door, coming out of 1 and 2. Helma coming up on Buse. Adkins got the afterburners on. Adkins 4.8, fast lap on deck, coming down the front straightaway. Coming into 3 and 4, down the back straightaway they go. It is going to be Helma leading out. Adkins in the 2. Martinez in the 3. So first, second, and third coming into 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway they go. Helma got a rear view mirror of Adkins, looking high, looking low. They're going to be coming up on Buse, Myers, and Hooper. That'll be leader, second and third. Adkins tries to force the way in. Martinez looks to the inside now. Adkins going to take over that top spot. Martinez in the 2. Helma in the 3. That'll be first and second rookie there. Mr. Hooper, please hold your line. Nicely done. Watch coming out of 1 and 2. It is clear. Back out at front is going to be Keith Adkins. Watch coming into 1 and 2. Watch coming into 1 and 2. It is clear. Help him out there. It is clear. Martinez and Adkins coming up on Myers and Hooper. Coming into 3 and 4. The all blue with the fluorescent orange. That is Keith Adkins leading out. Hooks up a pipe. Martinez in that 2 spot. Atkins gets it wrong, coming in at 3 and 4. Now Martinez going to take over the top spot. Adkins going to drop it to the 2. Helma still in the 3. Buse in the 4 with 46 laps in your 60-lap feature. Watch coming into 3 and 4. It is clear. Mason Martinez leading out, rolling with the orange. Number 12 with the white stripe. Down the front side straightaway, coming into 3 and 4. Adkins in that 2 spot. Helma into 3. Street stock 21.5, A main, Mason Martinez leading out. Coming into 1 and 2, that'll be leader over there. Iman, thank you very much. And Sam, you'll have leader and second coming in. Martinez pushes it wide. Adkins to the inside, then he pushes it wide. Martinez back in the lead. Adkins trying to go to the inside on the dots. So Martinez and Adkins coming on. Myers in between. Mason Martinez leading out. Keith Adkins in the 2. Sam Helma in the 3. Helma trying not to go a lap down. That'll be the leader and second worthy there. Thank you very much, Iman. Hooper, Martinez, Adkins, you are all done. Waiting on Helma. And that is a race. Taking the win, Mason Martinez. Good run out of the youngster. Adkins in the 2, Helma in the 3. Marshals grab those blowers. Marshals grab those blowers. Start blowing off your areas. Martinez taking the win. Adkins in the 2, Helma in the 3. Buse, Myers, and Hooper are going to round out my top 6. Race number 7. Late model A main coming up at you next. Late model A main coming up at you next. Drivers from race number 6, turn them off, put them down. I need all of you drivers back out on the track to corner marshal for me, please. All right, race number 7 drivers, turn them off, put them down. Or excuse me, race number 6 drivers, turn them off, put them down. Come back out, find a marshaling spot. Race number 7, roll them out. Check them in. It's going to be Bice, Darnell, and Brown. That is going to be my 3-car call out. Shouldn't be looking for any volunteer marshals. Need all 4 corners covered up. Marshals to your spots, please.
Jamie Brown. 1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, let's go and get our cars in grid order. It's Bice, Darnell, and Brown. Nicely done. And you guys are live. We're rolling with race number 1. Or excuse me, race number 7. Late model A main, DJ Bice grabs a fistful of throttle. Trying to put a mighty hi-ho see ya from Darnell. Brown into 3. DJ Bice rocking the all green number 16. Darnell rocking the blue and silver number 26. Race number 8. Wing Sprint 13.5. Hey, Ronnie Goss. Ronnie Goss, you're up next, by the way. Okie doke. Just making sure you knew. DJ Bice leading out. Warren Darnell in that 2 spot. He's about 1.8 back. Jamie Brown in that 3. DJ Bice rolling with the all green, number 16. Through 3 and 4. Fast lap out of Bice, 4.335. 4.478 out of Darnell. Bice and Darnell. Brown. They'll be my top 3 front runners. I'll need 1 volunteer marshal. Help me out race number 8. 1 volunteer marshal. Help me out race number 8. Bice leading out. Darnell in that 2 spot. 50 lap feature for late model. DJ Bice hooked up and honking. Darnell in that 2 spot. Bice right now through 1 and 2. Coming into 3 and 4. Right on the coping. Race number 7 on deck. DJ Bice dropping it down to a 4.192 now. Bice and Darnell get into it coming out of 3 and 4. Marshall out front. It is clear. DJ Bice leading out. Warren Darnell in that 2 spot. In the 3 will be Jamie Brown. Locked and loaded. Bice going for the option line over the speed dots. Jamie Brown in that 3 spot. Right now it is DJ Bice in charge. 4.192 fast lap out of Bice. Traction rolls coming into 3. That was kind of wicked. Race number 8. Wing Sprint 13.5 A main event coming up at you next. Wing Sprint 13.5 A main coming up at you next. Watch coming out of 1 and 2. Watch coming out of 1 and 2. Bice and Darnell leading out. Bice using the bumper for what it's designed for. DJ Bice leading out. Warren Darnell in that 2 spot. Darnell dropping it down to a 4.4. Fast lap out of Darnell. DJ Bice leading out. Darnell going to be in that 2 spot. Brown going to be rounding out my top 3 here on our late model A main event. Again, thanks so much for everyone coming on out to our Dover Oval racing going on here at Hobby Action Raceway underneath the lights, where it's always a calm, cool, brisk 72 degrees. Bice leading out. He's got his white flag lap on deck. And that is going to be a race. Everyone will be done when he cross start finish line. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshall going to grab those blowers. DJ Bice taking the win. Warren Darnell in the 2. Jamie Brown in the 3. Again, I'll need 1 volunteer marshal to help me out race number 8. 1 volunteer marshal help me out race number 8. Drivers from race number 7, turn them off, put them down. I need all 3 of you guys back out on the track for me if you would. Race number 8. Wing Sprint 13.5 coming at you next. Again, I will need 1 volunteer marshal to help me out race number 8. 1 volunteer marshal, help me out race number 8, please. All right, marshal to your spots, please. Marshal to your spots, race number 8. Roll them out. Check them in. All right, it's going to be Ronnie Goss, Sean Rogers, Billy Bowerman, and John Altaya. That is going to be my call-out order.
Billy Bowerman.
I got all 4 corners with the live body. .60 lap A feature for our Wing Sprint A main event.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Goss, Rogers, Bowerman, going to be your running order. Let's go ahead and get our cars in lineup order. Cars in lineup order. Goss, Rogers, Bowerman, Altaya.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Fantastic. That's what I like to see. You kids know the gig. We are running with our 13.5 A main event Wing Sprint. Ronnie Goss going to be leading us out. Rogers in the 2, Bowerman in the 3. Ronnie Goss, Rogers, and Bowerman. Goss rocking the all-yellow number 13. Rogers and Bowerman giving chase. Altaya in the 4 spot. Give you guys a different look coming at you. Dover Oval. Goss pushing it wide. Rogers looking to the inside. Not able to get it there. 3-car dance down the back straightaway or front straightaway. There you go. Rogers and Bowerman. Rogers popping up over the dots. Goss leading out. Altaya, you got the leaders coming up on you next. Please hold your line. Ronnie Goss on top. Rogers and Bowerman. Bowerman looking to the inside, looking high. Bowerman to the inside on. Rogers gets it wrong, coming out of 2. Rogers now going to drop it to the top 3. Ronnie Goss leading out, rocking the all-yellow. Number 13, Bowerman rolling with the multicolor white, green, and yellow with the black wheels. Car number 9, I believe it is. Rogers into 3, rocking the Hooters mobile. Hooters. They're not just known for their food. They have incredibly large chicken breasts. Ronnie Goss leading out Billy Bowerman in that 2 spot. Bowerman now stringing the laps together. Pulling up on the back door of Goss. Goss looking a little tight. I think that's an oval term. I could be wrong. Bowerman sat out round 2. Got it going on in the main event. Goss and Bowerman. Bowerman to the inside on Goss. Makes the pass, sticks it and wins it like a Velcro. Altai, you got leader in second coming up on you next. Thank you very much. Goss looking to the inside on Bowerman. They get together. They're coming out of 3 and 4. Ooh. Ooh. Goss and Bowerman come together in 3 and 4. Bowerman gets the short end of the stick. Goss going to wait up. They're going to run it out. Nicely done. Words of encouragement from Jim Silve. Bowerman and Goss coming out of 3 and 4. Rogers in that 3 spot. Bowerman looking to the inside again. 37 laps in. Bowerman to the inside again. Oh, gets it wrong coming out of 1 and 2. Now Rogers working on the same lap as Bowerman and Goss. Goss leading out of 1 and 2. Bowerman in the 2. Rogers in the 3. 41 laps in of your 60 lap wing sprint A main event. Up next, race number 9, Outlaw Wing Sprint. You kids are up next. DJ, I'll blow off that area as needed. Ronnie Goss leading out. Bowerman in the 2, Rogers in the 3. Race 8 on deck, race number 9, Outlaw Winged Sprintification. Coming up at you next. Ronnie Goss leading out. Billy Bowerman in that 2, Sean Rogers in the 3. Ronnie Goss on top. Bowerman and Rogers. Oh, watch coming out of 3 and 4. Watch coming out of 3 and 4. Rogers getting it wrong on that. Watch coming on front straightaway, back straightaway. It is clear. Ronnie Goss on top. Bowerman in the 2. Race number 9. Coming up at you next. Race 9 coming up at you next. That'll be my Outlaw Sprint A main event. Ronnie Goss leading out. Oh, starting to wind this one down. Goss, Bowerman, and Rogers. White flag lap for Ronnie Goss. Rogers ringing the dinner bell. That'll be time. Everyone will be done when you cross our finish line. Bowerman, you're done. Goss, you're done. Waiting on Rogers. Waiting on 1. That is a race. I'll stop. Marshall going to grab those blowers. Marshall grab those blowers. Race number 9, Outlaw Sprint A main event. Coming up at you next. Drivers from race number 8, turn them off, put them down. Need you guys back on the track, please. All right, drivers from race number 8, I need you guys back on the track, please. Drivers from race number 8, need you guys back on the track for me, please. Race number 9, Outlaw
Transponder 9444
Sprint.
Transponder 2075 Transponder 9766 Transponder 9444 Transponder 976 Transponder 9444 Transponder 4072715 Transponder 9783930 Transponder 4072715 Transponder 4072715
All right, y'all know the routine. Call out order. Kowalski,
DJ Bice,
Davis,
Andrew
Silve, Joyner, and
Kyle
Bice.
Davis, Jim Silva.
Cars lined up. You guys are trained professionals. Next time around, kids. anticipation. Locked and loaded. Outlaw sprint coming at you. Kowalski shooting out of the hole. Davis in the 2. Silva in the 3. Joyner and Bice. Ethan Kowalski rolling with the gray, number 5. Putting a little bit of gap on Davis in the number 3. Silva in the 4. Silva in the 3. Joyner and Bice going at it. Coming out of 1 and 2. Watch coming out of 1 and 2. Watch coming out of 1 and 2. It is clear. Kowalski and Davis coming into a back marker. Silva into 3. Right now, Ethan Kowalski coming up on the backfield, trying to put people a lap down. Kowalski got it going on. 4.1 fast lap out of Kowalski. Grabs a fistful of throttle, and that car squares up and goes. Davis in the 2. Silva into 3. Then it's going to be Joyner and Bice rounding out my top 4. 65 lap feature. Right now, Ethan Kowalski. Big E. Off 3 and 4. Just sets it into the corner and goes. Davis in the 2, rocking the all matte black, number 3. Silva rolling with the green, number 11. In the 3 spot, Joyner in the 4. Watch coming out of 1, 3, and 4. It is clear. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate the assist on that. Right now, Ethan Kowalski got that sprint car die old. He even does a little off-road jump. Getting ready for his off-road racing tomorrow. Kyle Davis in that 2 spot. Silva into 3. Joyner in the 4. Bice in the 5. Papa, whoa, my goodness. Watch coming out 3 and 4. And watch down back straightaway. Watch down the back straightaway. Watch down the back straightaway. Back straightaway is clear. It is Kowalski leading out. Davis in the 2. Silva in the 3. Nicely done, Andrew. Now Davis starting to put some laps together. Kowalski falling off the back door of Davis. Silva still sitting in the 3. Race number 10. Run what you brung. You kids are going to be up next. Run what you brung. You are going to be up next. Ethan Kowalski leading out. Kyle Davis in the 2. Silva in the 3. 4.1, 4.1 out of your top 2 front runners. Davis 4.173. Kowalski 4.138. Silva with a 4.4, 4.458 out of Joyner. Race number 9 on track. Race 10, run what you brung. That'll be Helma and Helma. You kids will be up next. I'll need these drivers back out on the track, corner marshal for me. Again, thanks so much for everyone coming out, spending your Friday night running a little oval action here at Hobby Action Raceway. Dover Oval at Hobby Action Raceway. Ethan Kowalski leading out. Davis in the 2, Silva in the 3. Davis and Silva going at it. Silva going a lap down. Running some oval with us. Nice to see Big Jim out. Having a little fun. Kowalski leading out. He's got 10 more laps on the deal. Davis about a straightaway back. Kowalski on top. Davis in the 2, Silva and Joyner. 4-car dance. Ethan Kowalski, large and in charge. Through 3 and 4. Got that car locked and loaded. That is going to be time. Kowalski, you are done. Davis and Silva, that is the race. I'll stop. Marshall going to grab those blowers, start blowing off your areas. Taking the win, Kowalski. Davis in the 2, Silva in the 3, Joyner in the 4, Bice going to take an E in the 5. Race number 10, Run What You Brung. You kids are going to be up next. Race number 11, Outlaw Street Stock. You're going to be up after that. I'll need 2 volunteer marshals after race number 10, 2 volunteer marshals after race 10. All right, drivers from race number 9, go and turn them off, put them down. I need you guys back on the track, please. Drivers from race 9, need you guys back on the track for me. Race number 10, you can roll them out, check them in, roll them out, check them in.
Cal helmet. Sam helmet.
All right, it's going to be Sam and Cal. You kids are going to be lining up the cars. And you're off and running with your Run What You Brung A main. Cal and Sam going to be leading us out. Cal Hellman leading us out. Sam in the 2. I will need 2 volunteer marshals after this race. 2 volunteer marshals after this race. Kyle, I'll blow off the track. Don't worry about blowing off the track. Rolling around with race number 10, race number 11. That is going to be my late model. Outlaw Street Stock. Outlaw Street Stock coming up at you next. It is Cal leading us out. Sam in the 2. Race number 11, Outlaw Street Stock coming up at you next. Cal leading out. Sam in that 2 spot. Cal right now rocking the Traxxas Slash coming through 1 and 2. Down the front side straightaway through 3 and 4. Again, thanks so much for coming on out. Spending your Friday night oval racing here on our Dover Oval Friday night racing. If you're so inclined, we got off-road racing going on tomorrow, running at 1 o'clock. So again, thanks so much for coming on out. Hopefully you had a fun time today. If you do have a tab inside the store, pretty sure Ethan's already run your credit card. But if not, please go inside and get that handled, taken care of. Cal leading out, Sam in that 2 spot. Cal leading out. Sam in that 2. Watch down the front straightaway. It is clear. And no worries. Anytime. Cal leading out. Sam in the 2. Oh, come on, Cal. There you go, buddy. Rubber side down. Meep, meep. Cal leading out. Sam going to be in that 2 spot. This will be a white flag lap for you kids. You'll be done when you cross the start-finish line. Cal going to be taking the win. Sam in the 2. That is the race. All stop, all stop. Marshall going to grab those blowers. And I'll need these 2 drivers. And if I could get 2 volunteer marshals to help me out with my Outlaw Street A-Main, will be appreciated.
Transponder 98127883. Transponder 8033. Transponder 98127883. Transponder 80333687. Transponder 98127883. Transponder 8033. Transponder 85033729. Transponder 981278. Transponder 2238713. Transponder 8033. Transponder 981278. Transponder 2238713. Transponder 80333729.
And again, I need one volunteer marshal, please. I need one volunteer marshal in corner number 3. One volunteer marshal in corner number 3, please.
Tyler Johnson. Andrew Joyner.
One volunteer marshal in corner number 3. It's going to be Kyle Davis, Andrew Joyner, Warren Darnell, and Tyler Johnson.
Warren Darnell.
Will be my 4-car rollout. Again, one volunteer marshal in corner number 3, please. One volunteer marshal in corner number 3. One volunteer marshal on corner number 3. Thank you, John. Let's go and get our cars lined up in order, gentlemen. Cars lined up in order, gentlemen. Davis, Joyner, Darnell, and Johnson. All right, roll them around, gentlemen. Roll them around. And with that, you guys are locked and loaded. Outlaw Street Stock. A main event. 60-lap dance. Watch on the back straightaway. Watch on the back straightaway. It is clear. Tyler losing every bit of body clips. He's definitely got the variable action body going on. Race number 12, final race of the night. Outlaw Stadium Truck coming at you next. Kyle Davis leading us out. Andrew Joyner in that 2. Darnell in the 3. Davis and Joyner through 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway, there you go. Watch it down the back straightaway, watch it down the back straightaway. Thank you, Cal. Good job. Watch it down the back straightaway. Back straightaway is clear. Thank you, John. Watch coming out of 3 and 4. It is clear. All right, we are rolling with race number 11, race number 12. Final race of the night, Outlaw Stadium Truck coming up at you next. Outlaw Stadium coming at you next. Watch that at 1 and 2. It is clear. Whoa. Tyler putting the off-road to the test. Race number 11 on deck, race number 12. Coming up at you next, race number 12 coming up at you next. That is going to be my Outlaw Stadium Truck A main event. Kyle Davis leading us out. Andrew Joyner in the 2, Darnell in the 3, Johnson in the 4. It's Kyle Davis leading out. Andrew Joyner in that 2 spot. Darnell in the 3. Oval Truck A main event coming up at you next. Final race of the night. Watch down the front straightaway. Clear. Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Yahtzee. Joyner. Going airborne. Getting words of encouragement from Ethan. Race number 11 on track. Race number 12. Final race of the night. Outlaw Stadium Truck coming up at you next. Again, thanks so much for everyone coming out today. If you guys are enjoying this, we do it every Friday night. And keep your ears tuned. We will be having a big oval race announcement coming up here probably in the next couple weeks. So this race format, as far as how this race goes, is how it will be run. Kyle Davis leading out. Joyner in the 2. Darnell in the 3. Johnson in the 4. Starting to wind it down. Again, thanks so much for coming on out. 49 racers tonight. Did you hear that, Ethan? 49 racers tonight, not 48. I don't know how that happened. Watch it coming out 1 and 2. Watch it coming out 1 and 2. I have no idea. I don't know who the late one was. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not really worried about it. And that is the race. I'll stop. Taking the win, Kyle Davis. Andrew Joyner in the 2. Warren Darnell in that 3. Johnson in the 4. Marshall's going to grab those blowers. Final race of the night. Stadium Truck. Outlaw. Coming up at you next. I'll need the 6 drivers out on the track. Or 4 drivers out on the track, please. Final race of the night. Outlaw Stadium Truck coming up at you next. All right, marshal to your spots, please. Marshal to your spots. And let's go ahead and roll them out. Check them in. It's going to be Phillips, Atkins, DeForest, Bella, Lucas, and Olmstead.
Darren DeForest.
That will be your running order.
Ron Olmstead.
All right. Let's go get our trucks in a pseudo lineup. Again, Phillips, Atkins, DeForest, Bella, Lucas, Olmstead. Let's get our trucks lined up, gentlemen. Trucks lined up.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Looking pretty good. All right, we're locked in and loaded. Final race of the night. Outlaw Stadium Truck. Phillips get it wrong out of 3 and 4. So Atkins, watch it coming out of 3 and 4. Watch coming out of the back straightaway. Watch it on the back straightaway, guys. Watch it on the back straightaway. Holy shnikes. Watch it down the back straightaway, guys. Watch it down the back straightaway. Dead truck, dead truck, dead truck. Dead truck. Holy cow. All right, so leading us out, it is going to be Keith Atkins. Phillips in the 2. Lucas, Bella, Olmstead, DeForest going to take a knee early on. Olmstead, that'll be leader in second working with you. Watch coming down the front side straightaway. Watch down the front side straightaway. It is clear. Watch coming out 3 and 4. Keith Atkins leading out. Brian Phillips in that 2. Thank you, Tyler. Phillips now going to be taking over that lead spot. Watch it out front, drivers. Watch it out front. Watch it out front. Johnson going vertical. That was pretty impressive. Phillips leading out. Atkins going to be in that 2 spot. Bella into 3. Race number 12. Final race of the night. Leader on deck is going to be Brian Phillips. Watch coming out 3 and 4. Watch coming out 3 and 4. One right there for you, Andrew. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. and Shibi Roke. So back out at front is going to be Brian Phillips. Keith Adkins in the 2. Adkins trying to not go a lap down to Phillips. Phillips beat it. How rude. Uses the shovel for what it's designed for. I wouldn't take that, Keith. Brian Phillips leading out. Keith Adkins in the 2. Steve Bella in the 3. Lucas going to round out my top 4. Again, thanks so much for coming out today. Hopefully y'all had a fun time. It is Brian Phillips leading out. Keith Adkins in the 2. Bella in the 3. Oh boy. Bella taking the way option line on that one. Phillips leading out. Adkins in that 2. Bella in the 3. Bob Lucas in the 4. Olmsted in the 5. Marshall out front. It is clear. Thank you, Warren. Appreciate the assist on that. Making work for it, Keith. Phillips leading out. Adkins in the 2. Bella in the 3. Lucas going to round out my top 4. Oh, that was not making him work for it. Brian Phillips leading out large and in charge. There you go. Oh, boy. Phillips and Adkins going back and forth. Bella in the 3. Lucas in the 4. Appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Again, hopefully you guys had a fun time. They'll do it all over again next Friday night. And off-road on Wednesday and Saturday. Brian Phillips leading out. Adkins in the 2. Watch coming out at 1 and 2. Watch coming out 1 and 2. It is clear. Brian Phillips leading out. Keith Adkins in that 2 spot. Steve Bella going to be in that 3 right now. Brian Phillips in another zip code. Bopping to the beat in his head. Adkins in that 2 spot. Bella in the 3. Watch coming out at 1 and 2. Watch coming out at 1 and 2. Thank you, Kyle. Watch out at 1 and 2. Oh, boy. Adkins. And Bella going at it. Starting to wind this one down. Keep them rolling, drivers. Keep them rolling. White flag lap. Oh, my goodness. Bella and Adkins using each other like a wet nap at a barbecue restaurant. That is time. Everything will be done when you cross our finish line, and that is a race. All
The race
stop.
is completed.
Final race of the night. Thanks again, drivers, for all the volunteer marshals. Appreciate you guys. Main events are done. They will be posted over onto YouTube here as soon as the computer decides to let me do it.